Hi everyone, it's time for a story. This week I'm going to read a Sesame Street book. And the lessons of Sesame Street are good for your whole life. They're a wonderful reminder even for me now, the lessons I can get out of reading a Sesame Street book. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you take some time to think about what the ideas, what the lessons are in here. It is called Bert and the Broken Teapot. And I know we've all broken something or caused some problem before, so let's see what happens here. Get my reading glasses on. It is by Tish Summers and illustrated by Diane Dawson Hearn. All the Sesame Street characters. Bert woke up early. He was too excited to go back to sleep. Today, I'm going to work at Hooper's store, he told his pet pigeon, Bernice. David has to go to the library, so he said I could help out. Bert whispered so he wouldn't wake up Ernie. That was very considerate. When Bert arrived at the store, David said, "Good morning, you're right on time. Here's an apron for you to wear." Bert slipped the apron over his head. It fit perfectly. "Neato," he said. David showed Bert around the store. He showed him the refrigerator and the soda fountain and the cookie jar. Then he took Bert behind the counter and showed him the teapot on the shelf. "Be careful with the teapot," said David. "It's very special because Mr. Hooper gave it to me." "Don't worry, David. I'll be as careful with your teapot as I am with my paper clip collection." "I'll be back in 2 hours," David said as he left. "Take good care of the store." "Don't worry about a thing," Bert answered. He set places at the counter while he waited for his first customer. Soon the door opened and the first customer came in. "Hiya, Bert," Ernie said. "How's it going?" Bert smoothed his apron. "Fine, Ernie," he said. The door opened again and 3 more customers came in. "Hi, Bert. May I have a glass of milk?" Prairie Dawn asked. "I'd like some Brussels sprouts," said Harry. "Cookie, please," said Cookie Monster. "Coming right up," said Bert. He knew that was what David said when he helped his customers. Maria opened the door. "Hi, Bert," she said. She was surprised to see him. "Where's David?" "He's at the library," Bert told her, "and I'm minding the store." "David always makes me a cup of tea," said Maria. "Could you do that?" "You bet," Maria said. Bert. A cup of tea in the teapot. "Oh, Bert," said Prairie Dawn, "may I have some more milk, please?" "Coming right up," said Bert. Bert was trying to serve his customers as fast as David did. He reached for the milk. "Watch out for the teapot," cried Maria, but it was too late. Bert knocked the teapot off the counter. Crash! It fell to the floor. "Oh, dear." "Oh, no," cried Bert. "I've broken David's teapot." Everyone stared at the pieces on the floor. Oh boy. Maybe Louise could fix it, said Prairie Dawn. Yeah, said Harry. I break lots of things, and Louise always fixes them. Go ahead, Bert, said Maria. I'll watch the store while you go to the fix-it shop. Ernie and Bert carefully picked up the pieces and put them in a paper bag. Bert hurried to the fix-it shop. When he got there, Louise was fixing a radio. Hi, Bert, Louise said. What can I do for you? I was working at Hooper's store and I broke David's teapot, Bert told him. He handed Louise the bag full of broken pieces. Can you fix it for me? Louise put the broken pieces on the counter and looked at them. I'm sorry, Bert, he said. The pieces are too small to glue back together. Are you sure? Asked Bert. Louise nodded his head. Well, thanks anyway, Louise, Bert said. He left the fix-it shop. He felt very sad. I like the way he said thanks anyway. At least he was nice. Bert wandered down Sesame Street, wondering what to do. Hey, you with the pointy head, Oscar called as Bert passed the trash can. You look sad and miserable. That's really great. What happened? Bert held out the paper bag full of broken pieces. This was David's special teapot, he said, and I broke it. Oscar peered into the bag. Oh, it's beautiful, he said. You want to trade? Oscar disappeared into his trash can and slammed the lid shut. A minute later, he popped up holding his favorite Grouch teapot. It was cracked and broken. It's great for making hot mud and marshmallows, Oscar said. Bert sighed. Thanks anyway, Oscar, but I don't think that would take the place of the teapot Mr. Hooper gave David. What will I tell David? Bert wondered as he walked past 123 Sesame Street. Hi, Bert, Big Bird called from his nest. Why are you so sad? I was minding the store for David and I broke his special teapot, Bert told him. Oh, Big Bird thought for a minute. Hey, he said, I have something that keeps water hot. Maybe you could give it to David in place of his teapot. Big Bird reached into his nest and pulled out a bright red hot water bottle. Bert shook his head sadly. I don't think so, Big Bird, but thanks anyway. Bert walked slowly back to Hooper's store. He slipped off the apron. He folded it and sat down to wait for David. Now David will never let me work in the store again, he thought, and maybe he won't even be my friend anymore. Hi, Bert, I'm back, David said. How's it going? Bert took a deep breath. I broke your teapot, David. I was trying to serve the customers as fast as you do, and I knocked it off the counter. And he showed David all the broken pieces. I'm sorry, said Bert, trying not to cry. David sat down on the stool next to Bert. I think I know how you feel, said David. I used to help Mr. Hooper in the store when I was a little boy. And one day, I dropped his favorite cookie jar and broke it. And you know what he said to me? What? Asked Bert. Mr. Hooper said, my friend David is more important to me than any cookie jar. David smiled. You know what, Bert? What? Asked Bert. My friend Bert is more important to me than any teapot. I'll buy you a new teapot, said Bert bravely. I'll save my money and maybe I can sell my paper clip collection. I have a better idea, said David. What's that? Asked Bert. You can help me in the store again next Saturday. Do you mean it, David? Groovy, and I'll try not to break anything ever again. I promise I will be very careful. I know you will, said David. I really like the end of that book. And now let's close this week with a prayer. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you soon. Lord Jesus, make me as kind to others as I would want to be to you. Make me as generous to others as I would want to be to you. May I take time to help them as I would want to take time to help you. May I take trouble to help them as I would take trouble to help you. May I look into the faces of those I meet and see your face. Amen.